Hello, welcome to a video log regarding Bitcoins and poker, but really poker. So I'll start off with the Bitcoins, get it over with. I have decided to be a fencer when it comes to Bitcoins. If you have no idea what fencer means, I kind of made that term up, and you would have had to watch my supply and demand videos to know what it means, which is if certain circumstances come into play, I will be that of a demander or supplier. And those circumstances is for a major online poker site or even this real casino, Casinorama, to accept Bitcoins as far as payment, deposits kind of deal, as well as making sure there's at least one company that I can refer to get real money, thus a gold and silver outlet. There still is one. Right now it doesn't look like it's going to be the case anytime soon that I will, but just let the free market come into play on it. That will be it regarding Bitcoins. Let's go through a long-term story as quick as possible within poker. A long time ago, back when I was like 70 pounds or something small, well before high school, I was playing poker for like the first time. I really didn't know what to expect. I liked playing games. I was competitive at an early age, and I was playing a hand where I had absolutely the worst possible hand there was. Couldn't get any worse. And I felt, you know what, the only way that I'm going to win this pot is by betting at it. So I put a bet in and both players folded. I still remember that. It was like a rush at that time. And as the years went on, it really wasn't all that difficult to win. It got to the point where I was thinking, you know what, I can win at this thing. As I was playing throughout my high school years, whenever I find a home game, I would usually go and play very, very well. But there's that luck factor, which I'm going to get into a bit right now. I think I was a senior in high school, and I have a poker game that's a block and a half, even a full block from my house even, not even. So I go there, probably big like $20, lose it all, go back home, get my last 10. And here I am playing from conventional like 7-card stud and draw poker to a total crapshoot game, and I'm down to my last dollar. Very good chance that I'm walking home. Well, I got at a rush. Hours later, I had multiple hundreds of profit. Interesting. This was pretty cool. Continued playing games whenever I could. And then in the late 1990s, something interesting happened. It was New Year's Eve, and I was in a poker game where it wasn't really limit. It was more like a pot limit kind of game. And I was losing, but amazed by how this aggressive betting really worked. Now, I played some more crapshoot games at the end to make me break even that night, which was kind of interesting. But I find that very intriguing. So the start of the decade, start of the millennium came into play, and internet poker started. 3 things happened for me at one time. One, a new game, Texas Hold'em. Pretty cool game, playing it for the first time. Number 2, the no limit betting. I had a little bit of it from before, but now you're getting to practice with it. And number 3, how tournament structures worked. All of it was all fascinating. I was like totally addicted. Now at that time, because I didn't know how to play no limit Hold'em, I think I deposited like $50, and every time my balance got down below 20, I'd have to play a 7-card stud, sit and go, just to bring it back to 50. That worked about 3 or 4 times. So I learned how to play, and quite frankly, I got good. But 7 years ago or so, I played what is till today the biggest tournament I've ever played as far as buy-in is concerned, $1,000 buy-in at this casino here. And I got this jersey because I made day 2 of that particular tournament. Then I was on the good side of the bubble. 44 people paid, I finished 44th, plain and simple. So you play some more, you win some more. Now, one of the things I liked about it was there were online type of financial accounts that would allow you to transfer fiat currencies back and forth very easily, which meant I could play on 30 different sites at one time. But it was convenient. That's why the whole Bitcoin thing is something that would be interesting to say the least. because it's just an easy way to transfer back and forth. After all, today, the only way that I'm transferring back and forth is through a bank account. Even though the fees are nothing, I don't like doing that. I really, really don't like doing it. And right now, the only reason why I'm playing poker today is to kill time. Literally. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for the people to say, are you ready to finally change the status quo and move to an honest monetary system? I've been ready for years, and I'm going to have to keep on waiting until you're waiting. So this is why I'm just killing time. And see, I'm intrigued by large field tournaments, and that's a wrong prediction I made, that at least on the majors, biggest poker site, PokerStars, that when they stopped allowing U.S. customers almost a half a decade ago, that site was going to go downhill. Okay, so now you went from having big 4, 5, 6,000 player tournaments to big 12, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 player tournaments. And today, in a matter of hours, I played the biggest tournament I have as far as buy-in is concerned in about 4 years, 5 years. I'm playing the largest prize pool most likely around $2 million today. It's a $100 buy-in. They call it the main event of the Spring Championship of Online Poker, low-level buy-in. Yeah, I can't buy into those 10,000 events, even the $1,000 events. I can barely buy in for the 100, but I can. See, I realize a lot of this is going to come down to luck. You're playing a tournament in which you have never played a structure this good, where you start with 300 big blinds going up on small increments every 15 minutes live. So what I've done is I've said, you know what, I've heard all this one time in poker, and that's usually when you're on the table, you're in a big situation, you're probably in a close race or something. This is your one time you want to win. I've never ever said that at the table, ever. Now this is the first time I'm saying it. I need to say it on the camera, which is why I'm making this video, that this is my one time to be able to go into these big tournaments and to do very, very well, whether it be first place, second, third, fifth, so on and so forth. There's 4 different steps in this tournament. Step number 1 is to make the prize pay. 1 of 8 people do that. Step number 2 is to play the first day and move on to day 2. And I'm guessing 1 of 20 or 30 people will do that from that point forward. So that's a hard task. And then I need to make the final table. That's step 3, but 1 in 5 or 6 people that make day 2 will make the final table. Then I need to win it, which is 1 in 9 people from the time you make the final table. Long, long ways to go. And I realized that there's a good chance that I can win money if I win the tournament, because, yeah, the currency doesn't work out, but heck, you can get yourself into some silver. In fact, these are 2 awesome silver coins for me, because one of these silver coins, well, bars, they're 10-ounce Johnson Matthey bars made in the 1980s. One of them is going to be used to buy a top-notch Macintosh desktop PC. Of course, I can't get it for 10 ounces right now. The second one is for a major poker live tournament. About 10 ounces. If it works out to 11 or 12, big deal, that's good enough. To buy into a big tournament with 10 ounces. You can't do that right now. See, what would be cool, though, would be to play today, make it to the end of the day 1, maybe as a top chip leader would be awesome. And then I wake up on Monday morning and everything's collapsing. The dollar's collapsing and I'm excited as anything, even though what I'm going to win is just going to be worthless anyway. I would so love that, because I would rather the you-know-what hits the fan and we are weeks and months away from working on a new system than having to just keep on playing within this game. Again, it's just biding my time. I'm competitive. I'm smart, so just see how it goes. Thank you for tuning in. This is more of a, not really a rant, but not much education in this video. More of just a story. So thank you for watching.